My friends, today is the day that we hear of the tale of the Book of Daniel. Of course, not the whole tale, just the part where I played a little part in it, and how I got that little part. So yeah, just that part, not the whole movie. So, okay, we'll see you soon. All right, so because I'm not a liar, I'm gonna tell you the story of Book of Daniel. So, I got my coffee. It's iced coffee because it's freaking hot outside. It's gonna be 102, it's gonna be 109 tomorrow. 109 degrees. I have a west-facing wall, so that means that 109 degrees, it's gonna be baking my wall. Anyway, okay, Book of Daniel. So here's how this whole thing happened. Now, I was on Facebook. So Facebook basically at that time was the Twitter of today. Facebook is a disaster now. I'm never on Facebook. I go there and I slowly back out of the room because I see that everyone's crazy. Yeah, anyway, today's world, you know? So yeah, Book of Daniel. So what, okay, so I'm on Facebook. And there's this casting director. Her name is Dee Weiss. She is awesome, and she is a champion for actors. She's here in Los Angeles, and so you know, I'm doing my thing, and I'm just kind of learning how to use stuff, and you know, I'm like, hey, I got this phone thing that does videos, so I'll just do a little video right now, and I put this video on Facebook, and that is the video Book of Faces. If you haven't seen it, here it is right now. My friends, gather round. Gather round! You are more than a book of faces. You are my friends. You are my family. You are my acquaintances. And just know, I read what you write. I read what you write, and I click like on your things. I have just come back from a run, and I write something witty on the wall, expecting a like or 2 or 3 or maybe 12. So that was that video right there. I had just gone for a run. I'm just messing around. You know, I just wanted to do something funny, something silly, you know. So I did that. Dee, and she had seen that video, and she said, well, you know what? I'm casting this film, Book of Daniel. So why don't you come in for an audition? So I was like, well, hell yeah. So if you're an actor, this is like a kind of a lesson here that do stuff. Put yourself on film, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to show anyone that you can do anything. Okay, so do that. So so then she asked, you know, oh, this is great. Do you have an acting reel that you could, you know, send over and I can show the producers and whatnot? And I said, I do have an acting reel. So yeah, so I sent that over, and I'm gonna play that. It's like 3.5 minutes long. So here it is. If you have already seen it, you can skip ahead 3.5 minutes. If you have not seen it, this is my acting reel, and this was done before Book of Daniel. This is like old. It's an old reel. So this is like before the Book of Daniel, before any of the stuff, you know, Zombie with Shotgun, Preacher 6, The Chair, all that stuff. So it's not on there. But check it out, because it was my, you know, I got some cool stuff that I can show, you know, a little bit of my acting, some shorts, and, you know, a couple of films that I had done prior and whatnot. So, okay. Anyway, so hope you like it. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just have a couple of questions. Now, very calmly, tell me your name.
Jen Harper.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go. And I want you to sit down. right. Sit. He was like that when I got him. These files on the server?
No, just on my computer.
Your computer? Where?
At my desk.
Get out of the damn car, Dalton! Jesus, boy. Is that how you want to do this? Come on now. Let's go. Haven't you had enough for it? Huh? You should be ashamed of yourself. It's a good thing your father's dead, huh? You wouldn't want him to see you like this now, would you? You wouldn't want him to see you at all. Officers, over here, please. This train's not for you. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a while since we've all played together. We've got a new song coming out. I hope you like it. I did a lot of training for the film. I watched Speed Racer, and I got a lot of the stuff that I did from watching like what he did in the races. I know you might not understand how that works, but it does for me, so that's what's important.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to be great, so I hope that I pulled that off, and you know, everyone can assume that we can all be great together.
Warm, let a night burn to the ground. That warming up for you? Now we're headed down to Savannah. We'll give them some of the same. You bet. Yeah. Let's Sandersonville, huh?
Intern. It's all right. It's just a dead body.
Yeah, but it's my boss's dead body.
Get over there. Let me see your hand. Just bruised, nothing broken. I'll tell you what, you got a mean uppercut. Well, it just goes to show you that looks can be deceiving. Just take off the shoes. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just have a couple of questions. Now, very calmly, tell me your name.
Jen Harper.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go. And I want you to sit down, all right? Sit. He was like that when I got him. These files on the server?
No, just on my computer.
Your computer? Where?
At my desk.
Get out of the damn car, Dalton!
Jesus, boy. Is that how you want to do this?
Come on now. Let's go. Haven't you had enough for it? Huh? You should be ashamed of yourself. It's a good thing your father's dead, huh? You wouldn't want him to see you like this now, would you? Wouldn't want to see you around. Officers, over here, please. This train's not for you.
Thank you all for coming out. It's been a while since we've all played together. We've got a new song coming out. I hope you like it. I did a lot of training for the film. I watched Speed Racer, and I got a lot of the stuff that I did from watching like what he did in the races. I know you might not understand how that works, but it does for me, so that's what's important.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to be great, so I hope that I pulled that off, and you know, everyone can assume that we can all be great together.
Warm, but a night it burned to the ground. That warming up for you? Now we're headed down to Savannah, and we'll give them some of the same. You bet. Yeah. Let's Andersonville, huh?
Intern. It's all right. It's just a dead body.
Yeah, but it's my boss's dead body.
Get over there. Let me see your hand.
Just bruised, nothing broken. Tell you what, I got a mean uppercut. Well, it just goes to show you that looks can be deceiving.
Just take off the shoes.
And we're back. So that's like your calling card, you know, as far as an actor, to show that you know how to do things, and you know you can act on camera, which is different than theater. So because theater is very big, and you know you have to project to the back of the room, and you know all that stuff. So I've done a lot of theater, so I know how to do that. But I also know how to get, like, you know, you got to do things very quiet when you're doing film stuff like Jack Nicholson. So like that kind of thing. So you got to know like what's big, what's small, that kind of thing. Sparta! So that's what I did. So I get onto the set. I booked it. Okay, no, back up for a second. Okay, so what she gives us this pages of dialogue. So there's like, you know, I think I'm auditioning for the lead in the film. You know, it's like, all right, King Nebuchadnezzar, frickin' yeah. So I got all this dialogue down, and I'm like, I'm ready, you know, I'm coming in, you know, to audition for the king, to be one of the leads in this film. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. And I was training and running and, you know, getting ready to, you know, to basically nail this and be the king. So I get there, and what do I find out? I find out that everybody's reading that part. So she wasn't like auditioning a part, she was just auditioning to see if people could act. So it's like, oh, all right, well that's cool. So, you know, I did my thing. I did the audition. It went. I thought went okay, you know, and I wanted to just do a little bit something extra. So I said, okay, wait. So just can I just do one thing? And she's like, sure, yeah, we'll go for it. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, you know, because there's this scene where the king says, release me, you know, and whatnot. So this is what I did. I got out. Okay, so I got out. So I got out of the chair, and I go like this, and I get down on my knees, and I'm like this, and I go, release me, like that. And so apparently that made an impression. Okay, so I did that. I walk out of the room, and then I was like, try to do something, you know, that's gonna make me stand out in an audition. So you know, so I was hoping that did. And of course, like, you're in a room, so you know, and there's other actors waiting out in the hall. So it's always interesting, like, to go out into a hallway and, like, after I basically yelled "release me," you know, at the top of my lungs, and then just, like, you know, the other actors sitting down and just like, so you know, it's just kind of funny. Like, what did you do? What was that in the script? Did I miss something? You know, that kind of thing. But anyway, so booked the film, and the part that I book was not a lead, because that had already been, you know, they had already been cast. So basically, this film, there was someone that I had always wanted to work with, and it was Lance Henriksen is in this movie. So I was like, oh my God, Lance Henriksen, are you freaking kidding me? You know, I'm a huge fan, always wanted to work with Lance. And so the part that I booked was the guard of King Nebuchadnezzar. And so this kind of goes full circle to the other Sharon Stone video that I did, how my character was the reason that my character was the reason that film existed, because and also therefore the reason for you know, Sharon Stone's career. So because if she hadn't killed me in that, then she, you know, the movie wouldn't happen. She wouldn't have had a career. So basically, this movie, Book of Daniel, it's the same kind of thing, because I played King Nebuchadnezzar's personal guard.
This is good.
So if my character was not in the film, I mean, there's like people that wanted this guy dead, right? So King Nebuchadnezzar could have been killed at any moment. At any moment. If I hadn't been in the movie standing next to him. So he lived, you know, as long as he did. But he lived long enough for there to be a Book of Daniel, you know, and I credit that entirely to my character, Ariok. Yeah, was his name. So Ariok is the reason that the movie Book of Daniel, you know, happened. So you can, yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, and so here's the thing. Here's the thing about the part. You know, I think I had like maybe, I don't know, 4 lines in the whole thing, but you have to be able to act when the camera is not on you, and you have to be able to speak when the camera is not on you. Like this right here, this voice right here. This is me.
And when you return, be sure to bring your companions with you.
Shall I send guards along, my king?
No.
See? I mean, was the camera on me? No, it was not. Did I talk anyway? Yes, I did. Because why? Acting. You know, it's like, the camera doesn't always have to be there when you're acting. And here's some other things that I had to pull off in the film. There are some parts in the movie where I had to look a certain direction, like this.
O king.
But that's not it. That's not it. I mean, because the tricky part is, once you have looked that direction, they might ask you to look the other direction.
You dare to defy me? Let the furnace be heated 7-fold. Bind them!
See? I mean, this is some difficult, tricky stuff. I mean, you got to be able to look both ways, acting like something is happening, like you are preventing something from happening, or you are involved in something that's happening without saying anything. And then sometimes they'll put you on camera, and then you say something like this. Prepare to bind the prisoners. Once the sun rises, there can be no delay.
Bring forth the counselors.
So, for years and years, I mean, basically all of the other stuff from my acting reel and from, you know, going to Cal Arts and high school for the performing and visual arts, all that in Houston had all led up to this moment in Book of Daniel, where I had a few lines, had to talk, had to look both ways, had to speak on camera, had to speak not on camera. I mean, that's it. That's it. This is the stuff that actors are asked to do. You know, so just when you think, you know, oh, I could act, really? Could you? Could you do that? Could you look both ways? Could you talk not on camera? Could you talk while you're on camera? I don't know. It takes training to do these things. All right, yeah, so big shout out to Dee Weiss. She's a casting director here in Los Angeles, and so she actually put me in another little Purflix film called Revelation Road 2 with the Boz, Brian Bosworth, and didn't have any lines in that either. But I'm sure I stole the scene. So if you've seen that and you see the guy, you know, getting beat up by Brian Bosworth, that was me. So, you know, I'm telling you, training. I get beat up a lot in films. I'm not really sure what that's about. But yeah, probably see from the acting reel. I get beat up a lot in Preacher 6 too. Not so much Zombie with a Shotgun, but I did a lot of running around, chasing people, trying to beat people up in Zombie with a Shotgun. So, you know, so there's got to be some payback in the character development of the acting career. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this channel. And if you would, please subscribe to the channel right now. Click like, because that all helps in the YouTube algorithm. And let's keep independent film alive. Please pitch into the Patreon, because that is how we're going to be able to do this making movies things going into the future. Click like, subscribe. Kyle's Film Garage out.